Welcome back, everyone, to Sanity Loss, the podcast where Elizabeth hates my intros.
It's true. I won't lie about it.
So, yeah. She wants to talk about the random conversations that we have before we even hit record.
Because they're usually better. They're funnier, usually.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But then we have to do more editing where we have to cut out all John's, just his alien Area 51 talk about how he wants to go and say, yeah, George Bush is actually a lizardman. That's why he was able to dodge the shoe.
It is true. We would have to cut all of
and
that
we had
out.
his conspiracy talk.
That would
Like,
be a
we
lot
had to
of
cut
work.
that out.
That dude with the hair
The
on
flat
Ancient
Earth.
Aliens ain't got nothing on me.
With the
flat
hair.
Earth, I mean.
He does actually pretty regularly wear a tinfoil hat around the house. I make him take it off for our recordings for the
But
sake
the
of
5G.
says the man who's on his phone constantly.
How you get
It's okay when it's on the
microchips in your brain.
phone.
It's the microplastics that's from 5G.
Yep,
Microchips,
totally.
he said. You get microchips.
I know what he
too.
said. I know what he said. I was just...
I'm sure we are offending someone
Microchips,
somewhere.
microplastics. Come on, people.
It's okay. You know what's
Follow the
really
trail.
fun?
You know what's funny?
You know what's-
Actually, is John is worried about microplastics for real.
A
He
little
made
bit.
us stop. Yeah, he is a little bit. He made us stop reheating our food in plastic containers. We
Plastic.
now have to put it onto plates and then.
I
reheat
mean,
it for
I did not mandate the way you're making it sound. I said,
He did.
maybe we should do this. Maybe this would be better for us long term.
You know,
And
Yeah,
I
if you
heard
get
that as
glass-
a mandate in
if
our
you get glass
household.
storage containers, then you don't have to put them on plates. You just put the glass
Listen,
in the
Nite,
microwave.
when I meal prep for an entire month at a time, I do not have space for 50 glass meal prep containers. I do
Yeah.
not. I do not. Unfortunately.
Sounds like you need to
When
invest
they
in a
have
bigger
stuff,
freezer.
when they have stuff in them, they're the same size as the other containers.
But you can't stack them. You can't they don't
Yeah.
stack well.
Like when you we use the plastic I don't know what would you
like
call
bento
those?
boxes.
Yeah.
He's sending me a link right now.
Yeah.
I have to find what the stuff I have.
Listen, if you have something great, then I'm in because that would be amazing. Less dishes, but I've not yet found glassware that is as compact as plastic.
Also, how well does glass? I guess it depends on the glass, but does glass freeze okay?
Freeze and reheat.
It should, depending on the glass, it should be okay in the freezer. But
Yeah.
I don't put mine in the freezer. But
There are many
Some of
variables
it can
here
be.
that must be taken into
Yeah.
consideration.
You would also probably have to, if you took them out of the freezer, you'd have to let them sit and warm up because if they're super cold and you stick them in a microwave. I don't know if that would
Yeah, that's probably.
explode them.
but
Yeah.
I also wouldn't be able
but
to
I-
do a whole month worth of meal prep anyway.
I can
That would not
barely
work
do
for
it.
me.
I go a little insane, but it's okay. It's okay.
Nah, I understand that, the microplastics. That's why I choose to wrap everything in the skin of my enemies.
Oh my
because
gosh.
that way they're just gone and I don't have to worry about
Oh
them.
my
Like,
gosh.
if you're grifting me on the internet, that's right. Now you're wrapping my bologna sandwich.
Wow. Is this what your dream was about? Was this the thought-provoking dream?
No, because you hate dreams, so I was finding something different and we're never going to talk about it.
Well, that's unfair because now I am curious.
Oh, well, now you're curious after that. Nah, the gist of it was pretty much I had a dream that I don't remember the actual time period, but I was 20 to 50 years in the future.
Okay.
But I was Han Solo frozen and did it, and everyone was mad at me because I didn't tell them I was doing that. And so everyone just assumed I died, and they had a funeral for me and everything. And I came back what's up? And they're all older. To the point where my brain believed it so much that when I woke up, I didn't know when it was. You ever have that?
Yeah.
That was my question. Just like, my brain didn't realize that it wasn't 20 to 50 years in the future, and I still had to go into work.
Yeah.
I mean, I have had day where it the day seems to, or trying to remember what day it is doesn't, or takes a little while.
Oh, great! Now there's something in the Discord.
You're welcome.
It's a glassware.
That's one of the one of the sets that I have.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll go back to the other thing now. Let's see.
The wrapping people
Now-
in skins of your enemy thing?
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
like
cool.
it's
Cool.
recycling, but like we also got the electric cars, and then like I think we just need to go back to whale blubber to power everything. It was good for so many years, like.
Sure.
I was gonna say, what do you
Totally.
want us to say about that, Dave? What, like,
I don't know.
you just like
Anything.
pause, like we have thoughts on that.
You should.
These
are
I
current
don't.
events.
I don't. These
Are
are not
they?
current events.
Why don't you care about the whales?
I don't think you care about the whales. If we're going back to
I do.
using their blubber, that means they have to die.
Yeah. Well, that means they also have to live so we can get their blubber. Why do we have to kill them? It could be like how people get surgeries to get their fat taken off. Like we can have that done for whales.
I don't think that's how whales work. I think
Have
they
you met a whale? Have you
need-
asked the whale?
I think they need it all of that blubber.
Nah.
Yeah.
No, we need supermodel whales.
What is happening? Let's go back to your dream.
I stopped listening.
No.
Better.
I stopped
think
listening.
That's better.
This-
We're all just out.
is-
Dave's having a conversation with himself now.
yeah, this is normal stream activity. I don't know. Sometimes I do wonder, like, you know, that conspiracy theory, because now my brain is on conspiracy theories, like how the birds aren't real.
I forgot about that one.
Birds aren't real.
He said that before. I don't remember why you think that, but you have said that.
They're just,
No, I don't actually
They're all
believe
government
that.
drones.
No, we've talked
I'm just
about
saying
it,
it's
though.
there. We have? I don't know. Probably.
I think we have.
It's
That sounds
probably said
familiar
in a
to me.
joke. I don't
It
know.
does-
It's not that like far out there of a conspiracy
I
theory.
love
a
it. He's
pretty
like, I don't believe
common
it,
internet
but
No, like I'm saying, it's not like it is one of the more well-known
Yeah.
conspiracy theories.
yeah.
Not
oh,
that
oh,
I'm
I
like
see. Yeah, gotcha.
that is what I'm saying.
gotcha.
Like, yeah,
Not
was
one
it,
of the more reasonable conspiracy theories.
That's what it sounded
know.
like he said.
It's so reasonable.
birds.
I mean, the birds just aren't real. It's
Yeah,
it's perfectly
well, like,
reasonable when
they-
you think about it.
They all went to Atlantis and ascended. So
I would like to do that. That was a
Go
good
to
movie.
Atlantis.
I enjoyed that movie as a kid. We weren't allowed to watch it all that often, so it feels like. Do you have those movies in your childhood that were like forbidden, and so then you remember them as being better than they actually were, because you could never watch them? Atlantis was one of those movies for me.
now, growing up, like my parents thought we wouldn't like movies, certain movies, and then we ended up liking them a lot to my parents' detriment. They really hated that we liked the Robin Williams Popeye movie way more than we should have.
That's a callback.
So, I don't know. We watched a lot of Muppets.
Yeah, we did too.
Muppets is fun.
Muppet Treasure Island is one of my favorites.
There's that, and then like the only movie that I really remember that like my parents shut off and wouldn't let me watch, my brothers and everything watched, and I still haven't watched it mainly because I'm really bad at watching movies, is Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
What? Oh no. Oh no, I saw the line of death on my camera. All right, guys, it might cut out at some point. I'm sorry in advance.
Holy Grail, that's a great movie.
Okay.
It is a good movie. I can only
Yeah,
watch it like once every decade, though. Like
I
it's
don't-
too
yeah,
much
it's-
if you watch it more often than that.
It's definitely not one that I watch very often. It's not one
No.
that is on my. If I happen to come across it on TV at any point during the movie, I'll stop and watch it. Like Princess Bride is. Like
Yeah.
Princess Bride is in a very short list that happens with.
That's true too.
Um,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got a lot of great quotables.
Oh, it's so
Oh,
good.
You watch TV.
No, not very often.
That's
but-
what's going to activate the microplastics in your brain.
And the chips. It'll put the chips in
And
there.
then you are going to be like the birds, robots. But anyway, enough of these true stories. You guys are looking at a clown in mid-transformation that you guys once knew was your college professor. Or was he, or wasn't he? But nobody knows as he kind of gets into this weird spindly form. If you guys want to know what happened last episode, go listen to it, because I really don't even know what happened. There was a lot of talking, and a lot of convincing, and a lot of, hey! And so, pretty much he kind of, before you guys can react, he kind of scoops up the chest and is like, all right there, pussy boy, if you want to catch me, come get me. And he just kind of like begins like quickly moving between the buildings. Okay. And now I think what's fair to say, Percy knows what this is. And you guys saw the transformation, but I don't think you guys would know this is like the theoretical clown they're looking for. You guys don't, you just think you're, that is or isn't your teacher.
What's Percy doing?
I think Percy's kind of like sort of stunned in shock for a moment, just because it happened so fast. But he kind of like, he looks at the other guys and he's like, if he's here, we may already be too late.
What do you mean too late?
He's one of the top level clowns in the group. He's high up there, which means that this has got to be their main operation. I don't know how. I'm not sure how long they've been here, but if he's here, then they are established. I don't think it's smart to go after him. That feels like it could be a trap, but I think things are worse off than I initially suspected.
I mean, we just had a class with him, and he didn't seem this way.
Trust me.
I guess
he's not who you think he is.
The class that we had earlier this night, that wasn't our first time in that class with him, was it?
No, this was like the middle of the class, like the middle of the semester.
I mean, we've had a class with him the whole semester, and
Because I think this
Well,
is
we would-
actually like, let's see, did I write it down? This is like October 3rd.
we would know if this is like his first time teaching here, right? Is it his first time teaching at the campus?
So I was trying to see if I actually wrote down the date that this takes place in. I don't know if I put it in the Discord. I believe it's October 3rd. Now the name is, like this name is recognized. Like he's been a professor here. Like he hasn't been here long, but yes, it is October 3rd.
So he's been a teacher here for a while. What?
Wait, you're saying
he knows you know?
how long has he been here?
I mean, longer than we've had class with him in this whole semester, and I'm pretty sure he's been around here long before, at least a while before that.
Dude, we may be
How
too
does-
late.
How does he know you?
He was one of the clowns we fought. He was
So-
effectively like a second in command.
So if you're saying it's too late, what do we do here? This You seem to know what's going on here. What do we do?
I mean, we have to assume. I don't have you heard any rumors of anybody going missing off the campus?
Not that I've heard, but Lance is going to turn to Jade and be like, "You hear anything about anybody going missing?"
No, man, I'm just here for hockey. So Sylvester Stallone, this is a very expensive season chapter.
Well, if that's the case, maybe they haven't started taking anybody, but it means they've been setting up for a while. So they may be more entrenched than I initially thought. I think we still need to stick to our original plan. We need to try and find their operation. I don't think we should follow him, because I feel like he's going to lead us into a trap. We need to try and find their base on our own and see how established they are.
Ashley, can you give me a listen roll while they're kind of chatting?
Yeah. Yeah, because I think Ashley is just, like, overwhelmed at this point. Alright, let's see. This is going to be a rough one. Let's see. Oh, how much luck do I have? Alright, so that's a 42 over 30. I'm going to use 12 luck to pass that.
Alright. So, you, like, while they're talking, like, you all of a sudden just hear, like, like, just slowly building. And, like, at the last second, like, as you turn around, this large, springy man is, like, behind you just bouncing,
No. And Sadie and I are together, by the way. Like,
yep.
Okay.
And he's just, like, he kind of, like, abnormally bends down and just, like, almost like a spring. He just, moves like almost as, like, floppy arm mans that are in front of, like, car washes and car dealerships. And he's just like, well, this one looks good to me. And just, rips Sadie from your grasp and just starts bouncing away unless you do something to hold on.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm doing something to hold on. She is in my hands. What can I do?
You can, how about, a persuade? Hey, sir, can you stop? No, strength. And this
and also, are you calling out?
Need to be a hard.
Nope. It's a 61 over 45.
Well, we'll say she calls out as, like...
No. She doesn't call out. She screams. Actually screams.
I mean, as long as you're doing something that's going to get us the attention directed that way is the key point. Because nobody's looking that way.
You guys are, like, kind of in conversation.
As soon as Ashley sees this weird bendy man who is creepily laughing at her, she screams 100%.
Yeah, and, like, she rips Sadie from your hands and she's just like, there we go. Like, time for the sacrifice to begin. And, like, starts, like, bouncing.
Ashley is running.
Like, away.
She is running after. Like, there is no thought. She just starts running after this clown and Sadie.
So Percy is going to start running after as well, and he's going to use Summon Ego.
All right.
And he's going to conjure a throwing knife.
Ooh.
Hey.
Channeling to me.
And so, like, as this comes into your hand, you just, like, everyone hears this voice just like, oh, yes, it's time. Let's go. As this, like, voice comes out.
The knife, obviously.
It's his ego.
Oh.
It is the ego. It's like, Percy, you never use me.
Percy just kind of, like, mutters, shut up. And then whips the knife at the back of the clown's head.
Okay. I'm trying to think. I guess this would be a throw.
A throw check, yeah.
Unless you have, like, a martial arts or something where we're, like, throwing weapons.
So, my throw is 70, my brawl is 95.
We'll do throw, then.
He's like, I'm not just going to hand it to you. You have to work for it.
Yeah. All right, that is a 66 under 70.
Ooh.
All right. Yep. And so like you just hear like yeah as he just like flies through the air, and it's just like it lodges into the back of a Bobo. As my phone tries to turn on. And let's see. Do we say what kind of damage he does? Let's see. There's the amount of points. So, yeah, he, so there's that. I think, do you have, like, the throwing knife weapon? I think that's just, like, a 1d4. Plus your...
No, I don't have that listed.
I can find it real quick.
I think it's a 1d4 plus your damage bonus.
So my damage bonus is 1d4 as well.
Okay.
Are you looking for it, Elizabeth?
Yeah, so it depends on what size it is. So a medium knife, which would be like the size of a carving knife, is 1d4 plus 2, plus your damage bonus. A small knife is 1d4 plus your damage bonus. So it's just a difference of if you add 2 or not.
I think it's going to be a small knife if you're throwing it in.
Alright, so then it's a 1d4 plus your damage bonus.
Most throwing knives are kind of small.
Yep. Alright,
Not
that
if you're
is...
What?
Not if you're Mick Dundee.
Yeah.
This knife is always big, whether it's thrown or not.
Alright, that is 4.
Okay. And Ego's like lodged in like Bobo's shoulder as he begins bouncing away, and he's just like ow, ow, until he guys it just kind of go in there, and but you, even though Bobo's like he's not fighting, he's just kind of moving out of the way, you know where Ego is. Like you,
very cool.
it's kind of
It's like a tracking device, essentially.
yeah, like you, like it's like you know, like the cardinal direction that he's heading.
Right.
So
Yeah, so he would have, like, basically he would have, like, thrown it on the run and then just continued running after.
all right.
And Lance would also be turning to run and keep up with them and calling the team to do the same. Like, we got one. We got one. They took Sadie. Run. We chase him.
Give me a luck roll to see how many teammates come. Because at this point, some of them were
That's a 26 under 60.
26 under 60. All right. Yeah, we'll say the captain is just like, oh my guys, what are you doing? And so they all kind of gather, but we'll say they're like a little bit behind.
I'd expect it to be kind of spread out, and some would be.
Yeah.
There'd be some that would be more trailing the group, and some that would be leading. That would have been leading the group towards Old Main.
And like Dawson's just like, oh my gosh, this is the most awesome and terrible thing that has ever happened. I can't believe this, guys. As he like is keeping up pace. Let's see. I was trying to see if there's like something that was like the equivalent of athletics to see like how how well you guys how well y'all run.
Would that be like
How about Constitution?
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the hockey
Everyone's
players running, because that's literally what they do all the time. Just because it's on ice most of the time.
Ashley is booking it. I just rolled an 8 under 65.
All right.
That's a 62 under 70.
That's an
Francis had a
extreme
long-
success, right? 8 under
think,
65? Yeah.
And then Percy has 42 under 60.
Dawson is not doing so hot. He's just like,
Dawson smokes
and
too much.
yeah. So, and then like, pretty much, Jaden's just like, no, come here, bro, and he just like kind of throws him on his shoulders, and he's just like,
Oh my God.
we're in this together. I don't know why he turned into Arnold. Sylvester was called away. Ah! No, that's Christian's voice.
Christian is Arnold
Christian's
Schwarzenegger.
Arnold.
All right, cool. Okay,
What they
so
thought was going to be that really good crossover, which I heard was like a subpar movie. I don't remember what it was
oh
called.
gosh. All right, so
Any poops.
with an 80 under 65, how well is Ashley able to keep pace?
So he's moving pretty quickly, but I think between Percy's like kind of sensing where Ego is and like where they're going, it's like you guys pretty much are able to kind of keep close thing, and he's like kind of bouncing like all over the place. So like he bounced through like this little like section between Jordan, Thompson, Watts, Hamilton's Hall, and then like almost like bounces like past the libraries like on the walkway there. And you guys are just kind of still keeping pace. Like once you get on like on a straightaway, you kind of see him there, and like you see Sadie just like kind of limply flopping. Like it looks almost like she's passed out. Like from,
I mean,
actually, I guess
that
yeah,
would make sense.
She was captured by
A
her
clown.
literal worst fear.
Yeah.
And so that he goes there, and like you guys pretty much, he turns on the Patuno library, and you see that he's turning up towards the spiritual center. And I'm gonna say with everyone, I can't tell if this is me not knowing how well this works, because it kind of looks like there's like an entrance if you like scroll close between the two libraries, the Patino, that there's like a little walkway. I don't know if that's just like goes into an underground section and comes out to this other part. Let's see if I rotate the map, will I see it? No, that
If you
just
rotate the
literally
map, it looks
rotates
really
the
weird.
art. Yeah, it just rotates the art. So this is me not knowing how much, and I'm just knowing visiting Princeton, they have like buildings like this that have like quick like in and outs and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if Nite's looking it up right now.
I'm trying to
Just
see,
make it up.
get a better view.
So, but I'm gonna say this looks like it's like maybe it's a like this breezeway here that's connecting to libraries. There's kind of like two entrances that you guys can get through there, and with your athletics rolls and everything, you guys are able to kind of cut through there and see him kind of. You catch Bobo kind of walking into the courtyard between the spiritual center and the Eisenhower Chapel.
Okay.
It looks like there is a
And,
underground area that passes between the buildings.
okay.
That's what it looks like anyway.
Well, in our fiction, there is. And so, but yeah, as you guys go and like turn the corner to this courtyard, you see Bobo like just like, all right, bro, you gotta protect me. They're getting too close. I don't know how they're tracking me. And he like, as he turns like, there they are, and he like bounces up onto the roof of the chapel, and then kind of hops over the building.
Oh, jeez.
And before you is this mass of muscle and flesh as this giant, like, boulder of a man just slowly turns to you guys and just like,
So I'm assuming Ashley's first because she ran extra fast and started before everyone else. So she like rounds the corner to see this giant monster. She just like runs into a brick wall, like stops in her tracks, right? Like almost that like feeling of like skidding to a halt. Like, she just stops and is frozen.
Yeah, like we could say that Percy is like calling out directions, like maybe a little bit behind, just like, all right, up to the left, around the corner, blah blah blah. I can't wait to have someone who actually knows how big Penn State is, and like if you guys were running at full speed, of how impossible that would have been of the journey I just took you on. But,
Adrenaline takes care of it. It's fine.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, so we'll say that, and then Percy, you turn the corner, and you know this is Coco. And like Coco's just like, oh, Percy, okay. And then like he slowly begins, like the ground shakes as he begins moving you, as Lance turns the corner, and we'll say that the hockey team is still shortly behind.
Ashley like starts like backing up. Like she doesn't know what to do. She's never experienced anything like this.
Percy, how do we fight this?
You don't. And Percy just like makes a move to like go around him.
Yeah, and it's just like he slowly like, just as he kind of tries to stop Percy. Let's see. Give me a dexterity check to see if you can get past him.
That is a 23 under 60.
Yeah, you're able to kind of just duck under him pretty easily, and
So as Percy goes one direction, Ashley like kind of almost like survival instinctively reacts and like makes a move to go the other way. So if he's going around like say to the left, she's going to try and go around to the right, assuming that this giant thing can't go after both of them at the same time.
Yeah, and I think, Ashley, we'll say you're the only one that saw him jump over the
chapel.
The chapel.
Yeah.
And Percy, you're getting a sense that I don't know the cardinal directions on this map as I zoom out to see if there's a compass. But like oh no, I lost it because I zoomed out too far.
It's weird that they don't make the map
there we
like
go.
movable, that it only looks normal one way.
Yeah. So you feel like he's on the other side of the chapel, but it feels like he's kind of moving, well, to our position on the map, to like the south west a little bit. So
Okay, so then in that case, instead of going around Coco, so she realizes that he went over the chapel, and she makes a split-second decision, and she like screams at Percy, and she's like, no, follow me, and she turns around, and she's gonna go around, like through the path, like around the east, like the southeast side of the spiritual center to try and like head up Allen Road.
okay. Well, Percy's the only one that's able to sense where the direction is.
No, I know, but I
you're
saw
going over
him.
there.
Yeah, so she knows that she has two choices. She can
Yeah.
either go through the chapel or she can go around. And in that moment, she makes the choice to go around.
Mm-hmm. And so is everyone kind of following Ashley's lead?
Yeah, Percy will do. Percy will follow.
Lance?
I mean, yeah, Lance would be following Ashley at this point, and
Okay.
I'm
At
not
this-
sure.
oh, go ahead,
I'm not sure
sorry.
what to do. What we'd want to do with Coco.
Okay,
But I guess
we're doing
maybe-
nothing with Coco.
I guess maybe some of the hockey team might end up stopping to deal with Coco as
Well,
the
that's-
rest continue on.
You are sending them
Like-
to their deaths.
Pretty much.
I mean,
well,
they're
Jaden
probably not all going to
steps
be
up.
able to get through.
Jaden steps up and is like, "Oh, that's a big boy," wouldn't it? And he looks at, like, he kind of he looks at you, Lance, is like, you go help the girl. We're gonna take care of these guys, and kind of just like, we got the big boy, you get the girl back, and as like Christian's like, yeah, we got this, let's go. and
I
Dawson's
also
like,
I
go
also
ahead.
imagine that the hockey team actually has all the hockey sticks
Yes.
and stuff with them, where Lance does not
Yeah.
have anything like that at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yes, which, getting ahead of me, Christian also, like, pretty much is just like, or maybe not Christian, maybe one of the other, like, maybe one of the defensive line, like, one of the defensive lines that you're kind of close to is just like, it's just like, I don't know why the captain and co-captain talk like this, or the assistant captain, but hey, I grabbed a couple extra sticks, and so he gives you pretty much a stick, like a kind of like a hockey stick for both you and Ashley if she wants it. Just like, yeah, go
like
go save
Ashley
her.
would take a hockey stick from me.
Well, like she's kind of
Ashley's gone. Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
so like you
but
have to
like
catch
you'd
up.
actually accept it from me anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe.
This isn't a football. And so, but anyway, that's all going on, and then Dawson's like, all right, man, I gotta come with you guys, right? And it's like, as he's like about to like kind of climb down from Christian, and Christian's like, it's time to go. And like Dawson's like, no. It's like, Dawson is now part of the hockey team.
Oh no, he lost Dawson too. Man.
He's just hanging out with the boys.
Well, that's
To be fair,
half
he's
of our
probably in
party.
a better place than. Probably in a better place than. And if you really want him to come, like you can.
I don't care. Yeah, I was gonna say, if we're going by our horror story trope, this feels very accurate that we're just picking off our team, so that's fine.
They're not technically dead yet.
that qualifier.
I know. I'm a
Right, you can
little
never
bit
know.
having some like prologue PTSD that Dave is going to murder another friend in front of my face. Like that is how
You
I'm feeling
didn't
right
like
now.
any of them until you rolled decently.
What? I didn't like any of them.
Yeah, the difference is you actually liked Sarah.
It's true. It's true. Well, now I feel slightly empathetic towards Sadie, so I think Ashley would be devastated if she watched her die. Just saying.
I mean, even if they weren't a particularly close friend or anything,
True.
like, you know.
Yes, it's true.
Snowflakes, I tell you. Anyway. Yeah, so you guys turn the corner and you see between the Music 1 and 2 buildings as Bobo is just kind of like jumping almost like off the trees in the building as like Sadie is definitely having what looks like she's going to need medical care after this. She's just kind of like flopping and like moving around, and just you can tell that she's kind of has some sort of like head injuries and stuff
Oh, gosh.
going on.
Oh no. This is terrible.
Yeah. And like that's going on, and then you just hear like, "Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?" And as Ego is yelling as well as Bobo's just like, as they kind of bounce across and are moving in front of Cedar and more.
Okay. I mean, Ashley's still following.
Okay.
Person
And
also
so-
still following.
So yeah, you guys are. It looks like you're almost like he kind of stops at this road in front of the parking deck, and like he just like kind of like bends his like back around like a spring man, as his like neck and head just kind of like just bend like kind of strangely as he just looks at you just like and then like coils up and then launches himself up as you guys get close to the top of the parking deck.
Ugh.
And like as you guys get closer and closer, like you can tell that Percy can tell that Ego is no longer moving.
What does that mean?
Like he's at the top of the parking deck.
Stationary.
Oh, he stopped moving. Oh, okay. So Ashley gets to where she can't really like, I imagine like she's like paused watching him like do this, and this is just like breaking her brain, to the point where like Percy can catch up to her now.
So Percy like comes kind of like running up and is like, he's up at the top. I don't think he's moving anymore. We may be able to catch up with him.
He's gonna kill her. We have to get up there. He's gonna kill her.
Standing around talking isn't gonna do that, and he takes off.
She follows.
And I would say at this point, like, maybe that pause is enough for Lance to catch up as well.
So you like hear, I'm assuming, all of what I said.
You get the like, yeah, you get like the tail end of that conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Lance is just going to continue following them and say, Ashley, I got, one of the guys got me a stick you can use if you need a weapon.
She just takes it. She doesn't even like say anything, and then just keeps running.
It's at least something you can use as a two-handed club.
She's not even paying attention. She's just going at this point.
How do we have to get up there?
So you're gonna have to go up level by level.
This is gonna suck. Yeah, so Ashley knows that like we have to essentially run stairs, which sounds terrible.
Yeah. So I think we need to change. I don't like that. We'll do this one. Alright, so you guys get there, and it's just like, normally there's like cars or like stuff that's people staying over the night. For some reason, like you step in here and there's like no cars from what you can see.
Okay.
And so I'm going to ask you guys, are you going to move stealthily or are you going to move quickly?
So Percy's in front now. So Ashley's instinct is to move quickly. But if he does something different, it'll probably like she's following him, so.
I don't know what he would do here.
I guess actually like thinking about it, right? Like if Ashley's used to this being full and then like running in, there's probably a moment of like surprise as they first like rush in that she would like pause and be like, where are the cars? Like, so there's like a moment of like assessment before she like takes off again.
Yeah.
I think Lance would probably have the same reaction, like,
Right.
this is never this empty. Not even
Also,
at Christmas.
I need both Ashley and Lance to do a sanity roll.
Clearly.
Actually, I think Percy will. Could just the seeing this triplet from your past. So.
Ooh, that is a 79 over 39.
Okay.
All right, so Ashley actually passed with a 21 under 38.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that it's only because she's like so focused on saving Sadie that like it's giving her some sort of like grounding.
Mm-hmm.
What are we rolling on?
Sanity.
Sanity. I mean, I passed. I rolled a 14, but it's a 14 under 49.
Alright. So John and Elizabeth, you guys are both gonna take, Percy and Ashley, you guys are gonna both take just one point of sanity.
Okay.
Nite, you're gonna take 3. And by Nite, I mean Lance. You guys all lose sanity like by just naturally being near me.
It's normal.
Sure.
I'm a sanity vampire.
Except for you don't actually absorb any of it.
Yeah, I just expel it like gas. So anyway, so with all this, and then like maybe just the sanity of just like your brain starts thinking of like what the heck just happened and kind of getting a little bit unnerved and everything. This like completely empty parking deck. I don't actually know how many levels it is. Will it tell me? Hey guys, there's no motorcycle parking permitted here.
Cool.
It's probably
Let's
only
see.
like
It looks
two
like
or
1, 2, 3, 4,
Five.
5. Maybe
5,
6.
not counting the bottom floor. So bottom.
Oh, I was counting the bottom floor, so 6.
Yeah, 5
6.
would be the 6 with the roof.
Yeah. So, payment is required for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Oh, thanks.
All right, so there's 6 levels. We'll
Yes.
say.
Yeah. And so you guys, like, you guys can still move quickly, like, if you're moving stealthily. Also, I just saw, I don't know if you guys saw this on the thing, but this parking deck is normally for where visitors will go.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a sign that says no student parking.
Yeah. So primary visitor parking in the area.
So again, I think Ashley's instinct, even when like seeing that it's empty and like feeling very uncomfortable, is still just focused on getting to Sadie. And so unless someone stops her, she's not thinking about stealth. She is just going to move.
So I think
Okay.
at this point, as long as Lance knows that they would have said that he went up to that he's on the roof. Lance is gonna say like, we don't like. There's something really weird going on here. We want to get up there quick, but to make sure he doesn't get away from us. But we also don't know why he's up there, or if there's anybody else.
He's gonna sacrifice Sadie, Lance. That's why he's
Yes.
up there.
Yes, but if we just go rushing in too fast and get caught too, then we're not helping Sadie. So we move quick, but we at least try to take a look at each floor as we're going, so we don't like go flying into some trap.
Ashley looks at Percy.
He's not entirely wrong, but we do still need to hurry.
Percy, what's your mythos score?
50.
50. Trying to think if this is high enough for me to just give. Wait, that's a Delta Green roll. Delta Green, if you have just a score high enough, you can just get it.
Right.
But
I think that some of the things can be that way with Cthulhu too, but
yeah, I'm just gonna say it pretty much like everything kind of aligning and just whatever Theodore told, like, was mentioned to you as well, and like maybe just the blast from the past, not just the clowns, but the history lesson that was forced, like that you were forced to teach from the library to these college students. You think that, or you have a strong belief that they are going to do the summoning that was done when you were 10, 12 years old, however old you were at that point.
Ooh.
But you know that like normally multiple people are needed for this to perform it, and if it's just one or two of them, it is going to take time. So it's, you guys, like, moving quickly is good, but you also know that, hey, this isn't something that they can just kill Sadie and just do it. Like,
Right.
there's a procedure, and especially if they want to do whatever they're trying to do correctly. So
All right, so Percy's like, we only saw one of them come up here, so there can't be many of them, which means that it's going to take them some time. They're not just going to kill her outright. I have to imagine they're going to use her for some sort of summoning ritual. And if that's the case, it's going to take a little while. So let's keep moving, but we don't want to advertise that we're on the way.
So, how are you guys getting to the top?
I mean,
quiet.
Yeah.
No, like,
The stairs.
how?
The stairs.
I mean,
the stairs.
yeah, the stairs. I mean, stairs are going to be our only option, really, right?
I mean, I'm sure
unless
there's
we
an
go running around the
elevator,
ramps, but that running around the ramps would take forever. An elevator would
Yes.
just
And the
be-
nice thing about the stairs is those usually like come out like there's usually like a door at each
Yeah.
level, so like we can kind of, you know, be stealthy in when we choose to engage.
yeah, elevators just putting us as a meal in a box.
Yep.
For sure.
And they make noise.
Okay. So, alright, so you guys are taking the stairs then?
Yep.
Yep.
Alright. So, you guys head in. And if you guys are being quiet, give me stealth checks.
Lance doesn't know how to be that quiet. Or does he?
Yeah,
That is
my
a
stealth
3
is-
under 20.
Garbage.
I got a 28 under 70.
Ugh. I had a 36 over 20.
I just realized how broken John's character
All of John's characters are broken.
It's-
I
this
didn't
one's like
min-max anything. What are you talking about?
You just maxed
everything is like
everything.
everything's 70. Everything's at
only
least
ever.
70.
There's
Only
no
ever.
min-max here, it's just all max.
It's all max, but
Oh my
I guess it helps a little bit with nobody equipped as you guys have no spells, no
I know.
broken
we do
weapons.
kind of need him. All right, I am
Yes.
gonna. Use,
It was just
I
it was
am
making
the
me
Mary
laugh.
Sue.
yeah, I'm gonna use my luck to pass that roll.
Okay. All right. So you guys make your
30
ahead.
luck
Sorry.
you've used tonight.
Huh?
So that's like 30 luck you've used tonight.
Yeah, I went from 80 something down to 50 something. So
Wow.
you
Well,
know,
it'll make, the,
If you
it'll make
had
luck
80,
games easier.
sheesh.
that's what I'm saying.
Sitting at like 45.
that was your dump stat.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
just dumped
my
it all
bad.
into apparently.
So anyway, all that being said is, so you guys like get to the top, or not to the top. Sorry, you open up like the ground floor to the staircase, and like the door just like creaks open, and it just normally it wouldn't feel that loud, but it's just the fact that it's so quiet, and especially from the noise and the adrenaline, and then it's just like the soft squeal of the door hinges. You're just like, oh my goodness, but nothing changes as like you slowly start making your way up the stairs, and it's just you guys are being quiet, but it's just like the rubber slapping like the metal stairs just is still making some form of noise as you guys get going up there, which once again to you it sounds deafening because of just how quiet you guys are trying to be and the threat and everything. And you guys make it up to the first layer, and you look out, and you can kind of look there, same through little window. You don't see any vehicles, no cars or anything. You get up, and same thing is just the dun, 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 and you get up to the second floor, and you look out, as you're passing, still no cars, no nothing. And then you get to the third floor. It's the repeat, the fourth. And once you kind of get to the fifth floor, you just kind of hear this kind of giggling, till you finally get to the sixth floor, and you see out in front of you that Bobo has placed Sadie, she's passed out. She's it's not a huge bleeding wound from her head, but you can kind of see some scrapes and blood kind of coming out, but it's not life threatening. As Bobo is no longer alone, as Toto is also up there. And you see him with, like, this chalk writing runes in a circle. As, like, kind of this... He kind of has, like, this, I guess there's... Let's see, can I look at the pictures? Is there lights on the roof for this? I'm assuming there's some form of lighting up there. So, like, from the lights that are kind of built in, you kind of see him making this circle, and you see the bronze bulls set up. And as he's, like, kind of scribing away, like, not looking back, as you just hear him just like, Bobo, just a little bit more time, and then we're gonna have them back. What would you guys like to do?
Is there any way Percy can recall Ego?
Yes.
Can he, recall him, or essentially, dismiss and then resummon?
Let's see. I think there was a rule for reloading, but this isn't really reloading. I think it's just, let's just say you gotta, like, concentrate a little bit, and, like, you can recall him. But if you wanna... Yeah, if you want to reform him into a different weapon, then I guess that would be kind of him reactive. Like you would have to, like, kind of not almost, but, like, kind of reactivate it.
Right. Okay. And Percy, he'll recall Ego and then recast him. What do I want to recast as?
I think while Percy is considering that, Lance's assessment of this is that slowing down this ritual slows down or buys them more time. So he's going to try to basically get over and get a hold of at least one of the bowls and just cast it as far from this area as he possibly can.
Okay, so you're gonna go through the door?
They-
Because you guys
like,
are
that's-
still, like, in the stairwell.
Yeah, I was
You guys
gonna
are
say.
basically-
Well, as they're, like, looking out, like, Ashley, like, sees Sadie and just, like, whispers. She's like, "Oh my gosh, they've hurt her." Like, that's all that she says. Like, she's just, yeah.
But Lance is going to whisper, I want to slow them down. This ritual scene, I don't think they're going to hurt her more until they can do this ritual. I'm going to try to take one of these bowls and get rid of it.
How many bowls are there?
4.
Okay, and they're in a circle.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're not set. They're kind of set to the side right now. He's scribing the circle.
Okay,
And especially if all the bowls are together, he's going to get all of them as far out of the, like, spread them
well,
out.
Ashley can help. I mean, I don't know. As Elizabeth, I don't know what Ashley's doing here. Like, she clearly has no skills. So if, like, running and moving bowls is helpful, then she'll help with that.
All right, so you guys are gonna go out. Percy, have you chose what kind of weapon you want?
I think, or he's going to recast as like some sort of harpoon thrower, because he's going to try and see if he can, like, pin them.
Okay.
Okay, so after that discussion, it's like, okay, you go after the bowls, and Percy, you do whatever. I guess you're gonna. Does Percy describe what he's planning on doing to us, or is he just kind of doing his own thing, basically?
I don't think he's sharing info at the moment.
Sorry. Okay, Percy. What are you gonna? Are you gonna go in and attack too, or?
Percy's kind of like, or he's scanning out, like, through the door as he's kind of formulating, and and says, I think I'm gonna try and pin them down. If I can keep them from moving around, we can at least rescue if we need, and if we need to just fall back, that should give us time. Worst case, if we're not able to dispatch them, it'll at least keep them stuck here, and we'll have more options that way.
Okay, well, since Ashley's going after these bulls, I'm going to break this hockey stick over the closer one's back, and I'll try to grab Sadie as soon as I do that.
Percy just kind of nods his head, and sounds like a good enough plan.
All right,
Break.
let's do this.
Did you summon Ego while you were having that talk?
I did, yeah.
Okay, so Ego's just like, yeah! He just starts like kind of, I don't know, being loud and obnoxious. Just like, I'm ready, brother.
Percy's
But
Percy's like, not now. We need to be quiet.
Okay, wait. This is the most used I have in years. And then for some reason, whether they didn't hear it or something, and Ego, as you hold Ego, you can feel the tremors of excitement kind of rippling through this whatever this material this weapon is made out of. Is just he's it's excited to do whatever you guys are about to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you make that plan, and Lance, you go on the push bar to open up the door, and you just and it doesn't move.
No!
And Bobo turns around, he's just like and wiggles his hand and then starts bouncing down the kind of underneath starts going down underneath the deck to the lower floors, as the top floor is locked. And with that, we'll see you next week.
Oh, crap.
Wow,
That's
not
annoying.
supposed to go. Wonder how secure this door is.
Well, that's a frustrating way to end that session.
There's a combined
Thank
mass
you.
of Percy and Lance open this door.
Oh my gosh. He's not even on the floor anymore.
This is
Well-
going to be us just running up and down stairs for half an hour.
Well, he bounces in between.
Like Ghostbusters. The
Yeah.
game.
But yeah, we'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.